AsSalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Inshallah, you guys are all doing well. Inshallah, you guys are all staying safe during this virus, during this holy month of Ramadan. عظم الله لكم الأجر باستشهاد أمير المؤمنين علي ibn Abi Talib عليه السلام. Yesterday was the death of the first Imam, the successor of the Holy Prophet, Muhammad.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
As we know, Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam was very special to the Holy Prophet, very close to the Holy Prophet. The Prophet told him, "You are to me as Harun was to Musa." And we know Harun to Musa, they were brothers, my brothers and sisters. They were very, very close. As we celebrate, as we mourn the death of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, just think about it, that Amir al-Mu'mineen 1,441 years ago risked his life for Islam. The least we can do is pay him back by following this religion. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر صدق الله العلي العظيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والسيد المرسلين حبيب إله العالمين أبا قاسم محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
I begin in the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, the one who has created everything in utmost perfection. Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. They state there was a time in which a man came up to Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam and he asked him, "Who is this man by the name of Luqman?" Luqman is mentioned in the Holy Quran, Surah Luqman says he's mentioned in the Holy Quran. He's mentioned in the traditions of the Ahlul Bayt. Who is this man? Imam al-Sadiq explained to him who is Luqman. This man then asked, ماذا كان في وصية Luqman? What was in the will, what was in the last testament of this man Luqman? This man Luqman, they know he's very special. The Holy Prophet spoke about him. Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, Hika ala Luqman. This makes him very, very special. This is just like, let's say William Shakespeare spoke about somebody and complimented their writing, it would make them very special. This is like Amir al-Mu'mineen talking about Luqman. This is like the Holy Prophet talking about Luqman. This man got very curious. He began to ask, what was in the will, what was in the testament of Luqman? As we know, the testament, the last will, contains the most important information. It contains the most important information, and this is the last thing you're going to be hearing from this person. So this will, this testament should be taken very, very seriously. Anything this will tells you to do, you must do it, my brothers and sisters. Not only because it's the will of Luqman, somebody that was mentioned in the Holy Quran, somebody that's mentioned in the hadiths of the Ahlul Bayt, in the traditions of the Ahlul Bayt, but because it's a will. Every person's will should be taken very seriously, my brothers and sisters. Just to clarify, Luqman was not a prophet. He was not a prophet. People believe because he is mentioned in the Holy Quran and there's a whole surah attributed to him, he is a prophet. He's not a prophet. According to most sources, he's not a prophet. أفلح من صلى على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Also states وَعَطَيْنَا لُقْمَانَ حِكْمَةً. We gave Luqman wisdom. This is stated, my brothers and sisters. If this is stated, you know without a doubt that this man is very smart. He's been given wisdom. Do you guys think that this man, Luqman, took advantage of this? Keep in mind, like we said, Luqman was not a prophet. Ma kin nabi. And this is how good he's become. People believe that the prophet was only trustworthy because he was a prophet. People, when you say, oh, Rasulullah Muhammad was infallible, he never sinned, what do they say? Of course he never sinned, he's a prophet. My brothers and sisters, before Rasulullah became a prophet from the age of 0 to 40, he never sinned. His name was As-Sadiq al-Amin in the community. He never sinned. It does not matter if you're a prophet or not. It does not matter if you're an imam or not. Of course, you get a huge advantage if you're one of those. If you're appointed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, without question, you get an advantage. You're guaranteed, if you just follow the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you follow the orders of that prophet, it's guaranteed that you're going to become good. It's guaranteed that you're most likely going to be perfect. Luqman was a very, very special man, my brothers and sisters. You guys are probably seeing throughout this entire month, people are doing tafsir on this holy surah. The holy surah of Surah Luqman, people are doing tafsir on it. The reason for that is because Luqman is a very, very special man. Not only he was special in the eyes of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, not only he was special in the eyes of the Holy Prophet, he is very special. He used to speak about hope and fear. And we're talking about with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We spoke about this a few days ago. Should you have more hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Or should you have more fear in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? What did we say? If you did not commit any actions, anything that you should be getting punished for, you should not be scared. Of course, at the end of the day, you should be scared, but for different reasons, not for consequences, because you're not going to be getting punished by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is adil. So any actions you commit, if these actions do not deserve a punishment, you're not going to receive a punishment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is adil, my brothers and sisters. He also spoke about hope. Should you have hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? There was a man by the name of Abdurrahman ibn Muljam. As we know, he killed Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. We're going to speak about this later, but I want to mention what he said. After he killed Amir al-Mu'mineen, he was brought to Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. When he was brought to Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam Ali tried talking to him for him not to do haram anymore. What did he say? He said, he asked Amir al-Mu'mineen, what are you trying to do right now? You're trying to make me not be bad anymore? You're trying to make me submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Look at me already. I just struck you with a sword. I already feel myself burning in the bottomless pit of the inferno, referring to hell. You know how big of a mistake Abdurrahman ibn Muljam did by saying this? My brothers and sisters, you not believing in the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a huge mistake. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala arhamur rahimin, and He's proved that every single day. In the holy month of Ramadan, what did we say? He pulls out 1 million people of hell every single day. He proves He's the most merciful every day. So for you to question His mercy and say, no, there's no reason for me to submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I've already committed a big sin. What did we say yesterday? This month, these coming nights, Laylat al-Qadr, repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna Allah yuhibbu at-tawwabin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves those who repent. What did we say? It does not matter how big the sin is. It does not matter. If you've committed the biggest sin in the world, repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most merciful. Any actions you commit, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be willing to forgive you if you have that pure commitment. Like we've been saying, you don't want to just submit to the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just so people look at you as a better person. You want to have that pure commitment. أفلح من صلى على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Going back on the story of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. As we know, on the 19th of the holy month of Ramadan, Amir al-Mu'mineen, well in sujood, was struck with a sword by Abdurrahman ibn Muljam. They later say Imam al-Hassan brought Abdurrahman ibn Muljam as a prisoner. When he brought Abdurrahman ibn Muljam as a prisoner, what happened? Keep in mind, Amir al-Mu'mineen was laying in his deathbed. This was before he died. Amir al-Mu'mineen asked Imam al-Hassan, did you feed him yet? Did you quench his thirst yet? Did you do this to him? Did you do that? Did you do... Amir al-Mu'mineen, the person who tried killing him, the person who assassinated him, he's still worrying about them. He's still asking, are they clothed? Make sure their thirst is quenched. This is the type of person Amir al-Mu'mineen was. They later say Amir al-Mu'mineen, from the food he was eating, he tells Imam al-Hassan, take my food and give them to him. Take my food and give them to Abdurrahman ibn Muljam. Make sure he is quenched, make sure his thirst is quenched, and make sure he's not hungry. They state that Abdurrahman ibn Muljam, the stuff he used to kill Amir al-Mu'mineen, what did he use? He used the sword and he had the poison. They state he bought the most expensive sword he can possibly find. They state it was 1,000 gold coins. They state the poison was around the same price. He wanted to make sure that this would not go wrong. Get the most expensive poison. What does that mean? It's the best poison. This is what he did, my brothers and sisters. And even after all of that, Amir al-Mu'mineen still cared for him. After all of that, Amir al-Mu'mineen made sure he was fine. The most sad part is Abdurrahman ibn Muljam was a slave, my brothers and sisters. He was a slave. What happened? Amir al-Mu'mineen purchased him. After Amir al-Mu'mineen purchased him, keep in mind, after you purchase a slave, you own them. You're their master. Amir al-Mu'mineen purchases the slave, referring to Abdurrahman ibn Muljam. He purchases him. What does he do after? He frees him. He frees him in the way of Allah. Then they state he gives them money to open his own business. He gives them money to open his own business, my brothers and sisters. The Imam was so pure and so innocent, he thought to himself, he asked Abdul Rahman, did I do anything wrong to you? Was I such a bad Imam to you? Why did you have to do this to me? I was good to you, I clothed you, you were a slave, I bought you. I gave you money to open your own business, and this is what you do to me? As we know, on the 21st of the holy month of Ramadan, Amir al-Mu'mineen, he died after being poisoned by Abdurrahman ibn Muljam. But the thing to take away from all of this is even if somebody has done something bad to you, as a hadan amil ghalat ma'ak, don't hold it against them. Don't hold it against them forever. And this shows in the life of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Abdurrahman hit him with the sword while he was in the state of sujood. Keep in mind. 2 days later, Amir al-Mu'mineen is not holding any grudges against him. Amir al-Mu'mineen, when asked if he wanted to kill him, he said, no, just hit him with an equal blow, meaning whatever he hit me with, I'm going to hit him with. If he dies, he dies. If he does not die, he gets to live. This was the life of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. People trying to kill him, he did not want to kill him. When there used to be a fitna, when there used to be a war, the enemy used to hit first. The enemy was always hitting first. Amir al-Mu'mineen was not taking the first strike. Walid ibn Utbah, did Amir al-Mu'mineen hit him first? No, he didn't. Walid ibn Utbah struck Imam Ali first. Imam Ali alayhi salam then killed him. After Walid ibn Utbah struck him. This was the type of person Amir al-Mu'mineen was. He's a role model. He should be a role model for all the Muslimin today. We should want to be him. We shouldn't be caught up in the dunya today. Of course, and like we've been saying, it's not, oh, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has brought us on this earth so we can worship him 24/7. That's not what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has brought us for. But do not be so caught up in the dunya till what? You forget about your akhirah. ما تكون معلق في الدنيا وتنسى الآخرة. Because once you're stuck to this dunya, it's very hard to forget this dunya. It's very hard to move away from this dunya. You've become so attracted to it, it's very hard to move away. So make sure you don't get too attracted to this dunya before you're not able to unattract yourself from it. Because once you're attracted, it's very hard. Very, very hard. Just like anything in life, something that you love doing, but you know it's the wrong thing to do. Something you love to do, you do it every single day. You know it's the wrong thing to do. You don't want to do it. But it just becomes such normal for you, such a norm to do it every single day that it's become hard to move out of your schedule. You do it every single day. This is the same thing. When you become close to the dunya, when you become alla fi dunya, it's very, very hard to get unattracted from the dunya, our brothers and sisters. And like we've been saying, these lessons Amir al-Mu'mineen is teaching us every single day. Like, what did we say? Amir al-Mu'mineen has over 20,000 hadith. 20,000 hadiths he has. Over 20,000 quotes, hadiths, traditions, whatever you would like to call them, he has over 20,000. And what did we say? Each one of these is like a gem. It's an ocean full of knowledge. Use these gems, use these diamonds in the way you live your life. My brothers and sisters, Amir al-Mu'mineen, in his holy book, Najj al-Balagha, like we know, in the last chapter, it has these. Not all 20,000, it has some of them. Read them. Like we said, the book Najj al-Balagha is very, very advanced. Like we said, the words, the reading level is very, very high. So for you to understand it and comprehend it is very hard. So if you just read that last chapter and you understand it, it would be amazing. And like we've been saying, in this holy month of Ramadan, take advantage of it. Take advantage of this holy month. Most people today, what are they doing? They're at home. Most people today, when you call them, where are they? They're at home. Take advantage of this holy month. Take advantage of this year. This year, nobody has anything to do. We're in quarantine minimum till the 28th. And that's way past Ramadan. That's way past this holy month. These coming nights of Laylat al-Adr, today and tomorrow, take advantage of them. Take advantage of these holy months. What did we say? These nights are the nights of destiny. These nights are the nights of destiny. These nights can decide your destiny. Just remember, Ali ibn Abi Talib holds the keys to Jannah. He holds the keys to paradise. Keep in mind, those keys were for who? Those keys were for Rasulullah. They were given to Amir al-Mu'mineen from Rasulullah. And that's another reason that we can prove how special Amir al-Mu'mineen was. I don't want to take too long today, but my brothers and sisters, just please make sure you're using these coming nights very wisely. Not only because it's Laylat al-Adr, you should already automatically be praying every night. You should be reading Quran every night. You should be reading dua every night. And these habits that inshallah you're building in this holy month, these habits that inshallah they stay until even after the holy month of Ramadan, do not begin to stop doing these habits after the month of Ramadan. This happens very, very often. في عالم بس بيصلوا بس بيصوموا بشهر رمضان. I wish this didn't happen, but it happens. They only fast and they only pray during the holy month of Ramadan. And like we've been saying, we don't want to discourage anyone. We don't want anybody to say, oh, Islam is so strict that I don't want to do this anymore. We're just saying it's better if you're praying every single day, if you're fasting as often as you possibly can. We're not saying fast every single day, because that would be putting a toll on your body. And as we know, Islam, if your health is in danger, you should not commit this action. Just please, after the holy month of Ramadan, keep these habits up. This praying every single day, reading Quran at least once a day, reading dua at least once a day. Keep these habits up. Because once you get used to these habits, it's going to be very hard to stop these habits. Like it is very hard to, once you're attracted to the dunya, to unattract yourself. Same thing with these actions. Once you commit these actions for a good 2-3 months straight, they're going to become normal for you. Every single day, you're going to commit these actions. Like we've been saying, my brothers and sisters, in this holy month, get as close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as you possibly can. Build this relationship in the dunya and hopefully it lasts in the akhirah. Don't only build it in the holy month of Ramadan, build it even after the holy month of Ramadan. If you know anybody that is in need, anybody that needs help, حدا بحاجة لمصاري، حدا بحاجة لأكل، حدا بحاجة لأي شيء, do your best to help them. Do your best to help them. Think about it this way. Amir al-Mu'mineen and Sayyidah Fatima went without food for 3 days, my brothers and sisters. 3 days they went without food. We spoke about it yesterday. They went without food for 3 days. The least we can do is if we see anybody that is in need, anybody that needs shelter, anybody that needs food, we help them out as much as we possibly can. Not to the point where you're putting yourself in danger, where you're putting your lives in danger, but to the point where you're solid and they're also solid. آخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. Inshallah, my brothers and sisters, we're going to read a Latmiyah for Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. أفلح من صلى على محمد وآل محمد.
Allah